If you're thinking about hiring a YouTube agency in 2026, this is something you need to hear first, because there's a massive gap between what agencies promise versus what happens when you actually sign with them. And yeah, I run a YouTube agency myself, so yeah, I'm a bit biased, but that also means I get to see exactly why most businesses get burned, disappointed, or just stuck spinning their wheels. Truth number one is that most bad experiences with YouTube agencies don't come from bad execution, they come from missing strategy. And I'll give an example because this can be either intentional or unintentional. So if they're doing all the scripting work, the editing work, maybe even the thumbnail work, and some of the packaging, but they're not doing any strategy work, well, your content's gonna feel scattered and underperform all the time. Because without the strategy, there's nothing guiding your actual content. There's no ICP, there's no positioning, and there's no intent behind the videos. So everything feels scattered and just unintentional. But if you intentionally hired an agency just for the editing or just for the thumbnails, maybe just for the posting, then that's completely fine. The only issue that arises is when you hire an agency who does those stuff, only those things, and you expect growth from that with no clear strategy at all. That's the issue. So if you don't have a clear strategy, don't just outsource the production, make sure they're actually handling the strategy as well. Because even with my agency, I give all my clients assets and it's all about their strategy, right? Who's their ICP, who exactly they are, what they do, how we're gonna target them, our methodology, everything like that. And of course, I don't give them a ton of documents so I can confuse them, but the point is we're being very intentional with what we're targeting and how we're going to target them. And so a lot of these that we have are just internal assets, but of course the client gets some assets as well, and they can just use that even if they're not working with us. That's the goal. And that's how you can know it's extremely valuable. The second truth is that most YouTube agencies treat YouTube like just a regular social media platform. They optimize for consistency, they optimize for views, but there's just no clear intent at all. And it's fine if you're a creator, but it's terrible for a business. It's not like short form where you can just post every single day. Some of them not have CTAs, some of them do, and then it's just, there's no clear buying decision for your viewer. The viewer clicks on YouTube understanding that they're gonna watch a way longer video than a 60 or 30-second video. So you need to treat it as that, leverage that, and nurture the viewer as much as possible. So especially for B2B, what you want to do is treat YouTube as a sales and authority channel. The amount of views don't really matter for B2B, but what really matters is the quality of viewers. Because if you have a video with 10,000 views, but they're all unqualified, then it doesn't matter. But if you have a video with 100 views, but they're all qualified, then that's going to be where the money is. So you want to do this type of video as much as possible. But for B2C, you can get just millions and millions of views and you'll still be fine. Truth number three is that a lot of agencies prioritize production over outcomes. So that's something you want to be aware of. A lot of agencies will have the best editing skills, the best scripting skills, maybe the best ideation skills, but when it comes to actually getting the outcome from the video that you're looking for, that's where the issue is, and there's zero. And a lot of times business owners will be stuck in these long-term 3-month contracts with agencies because they got blindsided by the amazing editing, the amazing everything, but they didn't actually care about the results. Which actually leads to my final last point, which is truth number 4, which is that a lot of agencies will just, show you all the cool work, but they won't show you, or they won't care much about any results. They won't ask you every month, what results have you gotten? What we do at even my agency is we always ask for the results. We always say when we're sending assets over, or maybe a feedback video on their previous video, did this video get results? How's it doing for you? Are you seeing any results with us so far? What do you think we can do better? Because the client is giving us feedback as well. Maybe we think we're doing really good, but the client doesn't, right? So they're giving us feedback and we're giving them feedback as well. And you need to be tracking your conversions, your clicks, and your outcomes. At least have a where did you find me on your Calendly link, then have YouTube as an option, right? Because you need to know if YouTube is an actually good client acquisition source for your business. Make sure it's profitable, make sure it's targeted towards the right person, and make sure you're being consistent. Those are probably the 3 things that you need to worry about. And a really quick side note, this isn't the truth, but you should also have brand guidelines, right? Tell your agency whether you want this color, whether you want this font, etc. Make sure everything's consistent, because if everything's really different, it gets really confusing for the viewer and they start thinking of you as some random creator. What you want to do is stay consistent with your style and your tone of voice, everything like that, even your packaging. And actually, before I wrap up, there's one more truth, which is that YouTube agencies take time to actually get you the results that you're looking for. You can't hire an agency and expect some magic to pop up you're already getting results within the first 15, 30 days. That's really exceptional for those people who already have platforms. For example, there's people who have hundreds and thousands of followers on Instagram. They post on YouTube and they're making a ton of money from YouTube and they make a video about it. Don't get blindsided by the fact that they already had a huge audience on a different platform and they're just funneling that audience to YouTube. That's exactly how a funnel works. For any marketing method, even with ads, even with email marketing, for YouTube specifically though, it's about 90 days until you start seeing the results that you're looking for. And in most cases, it's actually sooner within the first 60 days. But once again, that's if you hire a good agency to work with. So no, YouTube agencies are not a scam. But most businesses hire agencies expecting some magic to pop up, and they go viral and they get a ton of book calls out of nowhere. But that is just not the reality, and everything takes time. Now you have two options. Option one, you can try to figure this all out yourself, do months of testing, failing and tweaking until you get it right. Or two, you can just let us do it for you. So if that's the option you want to take, click the first link below, book a free call with my agency. We'll handle everything for you, including ideation, scripting, editing, thumbnails, SEO, and posting, all with the goal of getting you more views and more high quality leads from your channel. And as you can see, all the results on screen here, just like we helped Jeff here close an 8K PIF, and we helped Nick here close a 6K PIF. If you want similar results, click the first link below. Otherwise, click this video on screen next because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy that video a lot more.